Hi, my name is Mike Pernat, and I'm ready to be on America's Next Top Hooker. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 31 years old. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm a hunting, fishing guide, outdoorsman, and also a high school wrestling coach. I want to tell you a little bit of background about myself. I've sent in pictures, kind of showed you what I do, places I've gone, and this and that. I just want to tell you a little bit about me and my background. First off, I'm a single father. I have a beautiful 6-year-old little girl that I take on trips, hunting, fishing, all over the place. She's actually videotaping me right now. She's doing an awesome job. First off, I started out hunting. I was born and raised in southern Wisconsin, so I was up north there. I spent a lot of time, man. I can remember, my parents told me that when I was in diapers, I was out on the fishing piers out there, fishing for salmon on Lake Michigan. I'd go with my dad and my grandfather. My father was a big outdoorsman. My grandfather was a huge outdoorsman. He traveled all over. I remember going in his house having mounts. He had mounts from Alaska. He had mounts from Canada. He had mounts from the Florida Keys. All these fishing taxidermy stuff. And man, I just wanted to do all that stuff and be just like him. I really looked up to him. I wanted to emulate him and do that kind of stuff. Growing up, like I said, in Wisconsin, man, I've been through so many conditions. Cold. I mean, I remember fishing on ice, on blocks of ice, driving our cars out on the ice. A foot of ice, we'd have to dig through the ice to get in there and fish for northern pike, walleyes, perch. Do all that kind of thing. It was fun doing that stuff. I grew up there. I had a lot of sense of adventure. My mom traveled a lot when she was younger. She was a airline stewardess. She was born in Germany, so she spent a lot of time there. I've traveled over there and had a lot of experiences around there, and that's just what I do, man. I love the adventure. I've had a lot of normal office jobs, and I just can't seem to enjoy them. I'm always wanting to be in the outdoors, so I started taking trips. I went to college at University of Wisconsin La Crosse, which is on the western side of Wisconsin. There I wrestled in college. Was always competitive. Doing that kind of thing. I had a great time there, and I chose the college because of the Mississippi River, the backwaters. There's so much adventure, canoeing, hiking, skiing, water skiing, fishing. That's all I did before and after school. We were down fishing the dams for walleyes during the spawn and all that stuff. I mean, that's what we did. High school, I remember missing my graduation because we were carp spearing all morning. The carp were doing awesome, so I told my mom, I'm gonna be late. It was my graduation. I was going to be late. I had my cap and gown in my car next to my spears and a bunch of dead carp. That's just, like I said, that's just what we did. As I got out of college, I took an internship with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in Winona, Minnesota. It was in that outdoor setting, and then I went up and took a job taking guys on trips in Ely, Minnesota, which is way up on the boundary waters of Quetico National Forest in Canada. A couple buddies and I, guides, we'd go on 10-day trips. We wouldn't bring anything. We'd just bring our canoe, a backpack, and a fishing rod, and we'd survive literally, 10-day survival trips just on fish we caught. So pretty confident about my skills in fishing and adaptation. Just a quick run around as I left the Fish and Wildlife Service. I started taking guys on more trips. I'd go out west, all the way Montana, Colorado, fishing, catching trout, fly fishing. I got so into fly fishing that I actually raised chickens for their hackles. So I had chickens all over my house, all over my place. I had them in my basement. Man, there were chickens everywhere, and I was using their hackle to tie my own fly fishing flies with. So that's a fun thing to do. As I got a little older, I moved down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I went from one extreme to the north, cold, down to the tropics, hot. Two different extremes. I was deer hunting, turkey hunting up here. Down here, I started getting into wild pig hunting, alligator hunting. I did all that sort of stuff. Hung out with a lot of the Cajuns, the southern culture. The food's amazing. I love experiencing those different things. I went down there, and I just learned all their ways, all their stuff. And now when they've got alligators they need to be cleaned or skinned, or some pig hunts, people to take them on, they call me. I'm the guy down there to do all that stuff. So I do a lot of that. I do a lot of trade hunts, bring guys up north. North guys come down, just love all those experiences. So one day I could be ice fishing up in Wisconsin for northern pike in negative 20 degrees, freezing my ass off in a car, and then the next day I could be in 80, 90 degrees, sweating, mosquitoes, chiggers, the whole deal, hunting wild pig. That's just what I do. We've had a lot of experiences diving in, chasing those alligators, have pigs tree me. You know, you hit one, they run up, chase you up a tree. I do a lot of that stuff. You know, that's the adventure in me. So I've been to one extreme to another. Actually, we're taping this in Fort Myers. I'm on a trip right now. We went out and caught a bunch of wahoo yesterday, snook. What else did we catch? We caught some tuna, some blackfin tuna. Great time, great trip. I'm always on trips. That's what I do. I've got a guy coming in. I'm picking him at the airport tomorrow in Baton Rouge. I'm taking him down red fishing right out just south of New Orleans. So whatever I do, that's what I'm into. You know, that kind of outdoor thing. My biggest thing too about if I get on this show, I just like educating people, showing them about the outdoors, teaching them that stuff. 90% of people that live around here don't even know their backyards are loaded with so much wildlife and animals, and I can educate them. I love taking little kids fishing, doing the outdoor stuff, and that's who I am. Simple as that. If I win top hooker, get on the show with the winnings, I just like to use it more towards educating people in the outdoors, getting access to different places, different things. Maybe get a show or some of that sort to get on there and perform. Like I said, I'm excited to get on with everyone. Got contacts all over the place. There'd be a lot of backing for me on this show, and it'd be my dream to get on here. So thank you for this interview, and I'm ready, Mike Pernat, to be on America's Next Top Hooker.